3, 2, 1.
Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show, live on Twitch right now. Maybe you're watching later on YouTube. I also got a question on my Instagram.
Okay.
Because yesterday on Instagram stories, I posted one of those like Ask Me Anything posts.
Am I supposed to hear myself?
Yes.
I don't.
Are your headphones plugged in?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Now they are.
Okay, so they weren't plugged in. So back to what I was saying, and I'm going to get to the hype train in a second. Someone had asked me if we are going to ever post our Twitch streams as podcasts, like audio-only podcasts, because really YouTube is also a podcast player when you think about it.
Right.
And who knows? Maybe one day we'll do that. Maybe one day we'll have like a daily thing, some sort of thing.
One day.
The other thing I want to talk about, so we've got the hype train going right now. And normally, when we get to level 5 of the hype train, if you're not familiar, we take a shot.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do something slightly different today. Okay? Are you ready, Carla Marie?
What? No, I'm not. I'm not. I can't.
You can't what? So when we get to level 5 of the hype train, I'm going to bust out a gift that I got over Christmas. It's Nordic reindeer jerky.
I'm not doing it.
From
I can't.
Finland.
I almost died last night.
Because my mom and my aunts went to Finland back in October, November.
They gave you dead reindeer animal meat for Christmas?
Yeah, it's kind of like messed up, huh? When you think about it. But, you know, Christmas is over. The reindeer got to be useful somehow.
Okay, well, that won't be happening.
So if we get to level 5 of the hype train, I will at least take some reindeer.
Okay.
Has anyone ever had reindeer meat in the chat? Because I've had buffalo, I've had deer, I've had rabbit, I've had alligator, I've had frog. Did I say rabbit before? I think I had rabbit once.
Jellyfish?
I've had jellyfish. I've never had reindeer though.
Okay, so we have a lot of things to address here.
Like what?
One of them, we're wearing the same color.
Yeah.
We got dressed in different rooms. I literally walked in here 2 minutes before the show started. I sat down, I'm sitting here, and then I looked at Anthony. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, this was not.
I don't know the last time I wore this shirt. So no, we did not plan this.
No.
2, there's a TV behind us now.
Oh yeah, that's in the notification you could have gotten from Twitch. I said, come check out our new studio edition. And that's it. Now we're still playing around with
more behind me than you.
I think we'll figure it out later. What?
You see the edge of it behind you, but you don't see it behind me.
Maybe I'm leaning? No. Either way, we're not going to worry about that right now. We're still playing around with like the positioning. We're playing around with how to make sure that little glare doesn't pop up on the screen if I move. And we're going to have obviously some fun things behind us.
This is like the beginning of chaos. So this was supposed to start the new year on the wall, but the installation guy was supposed to come on like December 15th. And that was the day after I tested positive for COVID. So I was like, sorry, got to come next month. So he came the other day, set it up. It's great.
What else is going on today? So obviously today is the unfortunate anniversary of the insurrection at the Capitol. So we're hoping that today is also a calm day compared to a year ago today. A much calmer day. Thank you, Josh and Indy, for the 5 gifted subs, which I think gets us to the end of the hype train, maybe at least level 4.
We actually watched everything unfold live on Twitch. We watched David Pac-Man show.
Not Pac-Man.
Pac-Man show. And that's how we knew what was going on, because then we would go to the regular news channels and a lot of them weren't covering it as extensively as he was at first. And we were like, what in the actual is happening? Or he was able to get all of the different outlets.
And he was getting people's tweets that were there. He was able to pull all of that stuff up live. He has a great show just in general. Like the things that he's able to do and the ways that he gets the content on the show is pretty incredible.
You remember when I said I had a crush on him, but not actually? And then someone went on his channel and told him that there's a celebrity that has a crush on him, which is false. And then
mainly because you're not a celebrity,
Correct.
not because you don't have a crush on him.
Correct. Yeah. And then he started saying, there's a celebrity that has a crush on me. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to end so poorly. Because we were obviously dating, but it wasn't public yet that we were dating. And I was like, oh my, but he's married. So it wasn't like he was going to reach
None
out.
of it matters. It's the internet. Everything's fake.
Everything is fake in real life too.
That's true. Say thank you to everyone who got us to Hype Train level 5. At the moment, we are 33% of the way there. Once we get through, I'll be able to crack open this Nordic reindeer jerky, natural with sea salt. We do 100% wild game from Nordic Nature.
I can't even look at it right now.
Why not?
We have to talk about my near-death experience.
Let's backtrack before we do that. So yesterday, Carla Marie and I did some very hard adulting. Right around 5 p.m.
We should show the picture.
We crossed the threshold.
Do you have?
I don't. We crossed the threshold into serious adulthood, possibly progressive auto commercial adulting.
Does this mean like we're in an official relationship now?
No, it just means that we got Costco cards and we can buy everything we want in bulk.
And the first thing and the only thing we bought yesterday?
Toilet paper. Yeah. Not because we were like hoarding because of any sort of thing.
We needed toilet paper.
We were out of toilet paper. And we bought one pack, which was like 1,000 rolls.
Yeah.
How many rolls was even in that thing?
I don't know.
24?
You should follow, if you don't follow the Instagram account, Costco does it again. There's also Target does it again. But Costco does it again, tells you everything that's like randomly done, not randomly, but it's like, hey, this just popped up at Costco and you need to go get it. It's like a deal and you're never going to see this again. So good.
The craziest thing though that happened, so we were just getting there. We were there to get our card. That was it. There was going to be no real shopping. We walked around for a little bit, but that was it. There was a guy who he was having some sort of episode in that Costco. I don't know if he was homeless. I don't know if he was just cracked out. Whatever he was having an episode. And I'll say that the Costco staff actually handled it pretty well. I guess he was walking into the store, and as they do with everybody, they ask you for your membership card. He was not happy that he was asked for a membership card and just went on a tear. And he was just screaming at everybody he saw.
Yeah.
And
I felt so bad. Like, people who work at Costco should not have to de-escalate a homeless or someone intoxicated in the middle of the
someone
store
going through an episode
screaming.
like that, regardless of where it happened, because it can happen to anyone, even if you're not homeless.
We went north to Costco. Where the hell were we?
We were, I don't know,
Off
kind of like the
Aurora.
Northgate area.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to see the Costco staff. There was probably like half a dozen people that were in the area trying to make sure that nothing got out of hand, but they just kind of like let him go nuts, yell and scream as long as he wasn't hurting anything or damaging anything. And then eventually he walked out.
But they were so nice because we were at one counter, like doing our membership. They were like, hey, we're going to move you over here. And I was like,
yeah. Oh yeah. The guy was like 4 feet away from us at one point. I wasn't
did he
sure.
have a mask on?
No, he did not have a mask
He
on.
didn't?
No.
No, how come they didn't kick him out for that?
I don't think they were going to have an easy time kicking him out for anything until he left on his own.
Then we walked out of Costco and it was snowing and raining.
Yeah, that's why we have snow in the background today.
It was chaos.
All right, we hit it, Carla Marie.
I don't want to do it.
180% of the hype train. We've still got 20 seconds left or so.
I will bite it, but I won't chew it.
What are you, Bill Clinton?
What?
He smoked, but he didn't inhale. You remember that? The whole thing about with him smoking weed?
Okay.
All right. We did not get a business membership.
No,
did
we got the executive membership.
All right, let's focus here. We're done adulting.
I'm going to say something. Oh, man. I'm going to post something to my Instagram or our show Instagram today, and it's going to be up like a question box. And it's going to be tell us everything that we should get at Costco.
No, I don't want that. I don't want more things. We already have too many things.
You don't want more things. You were trying to convince me to buy a shelf, a fire pit, a inflatable hot tub.
Exactly why I can't be trusted. They do have inflatable hot tubs, which look fantastic.
But our friends at Seattle Cocktail Club have an inflatable hot tub, and I don't know that they highly recommend it.
But they don't have like this model. Oh. It's different. This is the new and improved model. So there's the deal guy on YouTube, according to Lenny from Queens. Now, the hype train is over. Thank you to everyone who got us all the way through level 5. I know Jay Cross gifted out 5 community subs.
Damn.
I saw Maria and B More cheered with 1,000 bits. Thank you very much to everyone who helped us get here. Now, instead of a shot today, we are going to do reindeer meat. This was in my stocking.
Oh, it's gluten-free.
This was in my stocking Christmas morning, courtesy of Santa, suggested by my mom, because I think she saw it when she was in Finland. You ready, Carla Marie?
Santa would never.
Who knows? Maybe he's got some bad
So I
reindeer.
gotta take out my
Maybe he's got some bad reindeer that act up. What are you doing?
rubber band. 100% how I got COVID. Shoving my fingers in my mouth.
Maybe. Here's a piece of reindeer for you, Carla Marie. It's a small piece. You'll be fine. Give it a sniff.
I'm vegan this one.
Give it a sniff.
I do need the iron. It smells like
It smells
bacon
like regular.
bits.
Yeah, it smells like regular beef
No.
jerky.
What are the things dogs love? The commercial when the dog would go, I love bacon.
It's not bacon bits?
Begging for bacon. Begging. BG.
Vegan strips.
Begging. Yeah.
Vegan strips. Okay, not bacon strips. All right, you ready? Here we go. Cheers. Thank you, everybody.
No, wait, that's not the order. I don't like it's a reindeer, and I like reindeer.
You've never even seen it. Oh, you have.
Where?
Outside of the iHeartRadio studio, they had reindeer one day.
It made a crunch sound.
Yeah, it's food. Just eat it.
No,
It tastes like regular beef jerky.
you know about my past few hours, and you're making me do this.
You're fine.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
My throat's closed.
It tastes like regular beef jerky.
I am not risking throwing up right now.
I think you should. I think we need. Why would you put your chewed food on my hand? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's just like regular beef jerky. A little leaner, maybe?
I don't like beef jerky.
What? Who doesn't like beef jerky? It's got high protein, 51% fat, no added sugar. Let's see.
Kimmy Cam, congratulations, got into vet school.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you work on reindeer?
Fuck you.
All right.
It does taste gamey. It tasted like I was eating a bacon strip.
Bacon is not gamey.
I'll take 2 shots next week.
Yeah? In a row? Will you take 2 in a row, back to back?
Like, yeah.
All right. You heard it here. Don't be a liar.
But it's gonna be a special shot that Seattle Cocktail Club makes. I'm not doing straight alcohol.
Speaking of Seattle Cocktail Club, next Thursday is when I'll be doing my class with them.
Yep.
Or I'll be joining them for I don't know how to
You're
phrase it.
hosting
Yeah.
Sauced with Anthony. It's almost said hot tub class.
No, it's a hot sauce.
He's teaching you how to make hot sauce in their hot tub.
Yeah. That's a whole section on Twitch, too. The whole hot tub streaming.
Well, I think we might. Oh my God, we can put it on the business card. if we
Exactly.
get-
It's a business expense.
Wait, do we have a Visa?
I have a Visa.
No, our business card.
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, we could do that.
What else?
Oh, the size of the moss frame.
It's right up there if you want to grab it.
Yeah, you can still buy tickets for mine.
Oh, Seattle Cocktail Club in the Twitch chat said we're going to send over some Malort for Carla Marie next week. I don't even know what that is. Did I say it wrong? Malort?
This doesn't tell anyone what size this is.
I don't know, but it's a good comparison.
Doesn't even say it in the back.
Yeah, what is Seattle Cocktail Club sending you?
Malort.
What is that?
I don't know. Manure.
What?
Manure.
No, they're not sending you manure.
So you can still buy your. I think if you put events, the word, it pops up.
Should exclamation point the word event.
You can buy a kit. You'll get everything you need to make this mailed to you. So I'm going to be teaching you how to put this together. And Jessica from Seattle Cocktail Club is going to teach you how to make 2 awesome cocktails at home.
At the same time.
Yeah. Well, like, not at the same time, because how's that going to work? Like in the same session.
Yes. Looks like 10 by 10. Oh, I do have a measuring tape here. Give me that real quick.
And you'll get instructions on how to get into the class. It won't be available it won't be on Twitch. It won't be available to everyone. It'll be a private session.
This is a family heirloom.
It's 8-inch. She just said.
No, that's it's
10
10 and a half by.
Unless
maybe you have,
this
like-
was a dummy one.
Yeah, you have 10 and a half
Is
by
that
10 and a
true?
half here.
So is it 8-inch by 8-inch? Smells nice.
Maybe you have like the special edition.
Maybe that was just the tester.
There was also something I wanted to bring up that our friend Frankie in Miami, if you listen to Y100, Frankie's on at night there. And he posted this on his Instagram story the other day.
Frankie P?
Huh?
Frankie P?
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Phenomenal person. So he posted that he ordered like an Amazon Fire TV.
TV?
They have like, it's basically like the Fire Stick that's pre-installed to the TV.
Okay.
Either way, it's an Amazon product, Amazon Fire TV. He posted it because they mistakenly sent him 2 Amazon Fire TVs, like 55-inch TVs, like pretty decent size.
How did I mess that up?
And he was asking what he should do about it because he only ordered 1.
Dude.
What would you have done, Carla Marie? And what would the chat have done? You can comment here in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, you can put that in the description as well. Or not in the description, in the comments.
Well, I don't know, because I fully believe in karma, but it's Amazon. So that's the thing. And the butcher that I go to, I think didn't charge me for something this week. And I don't know where I put the receipt, but I tipped them extra because they'd let me pay with my Amex because that's all I had. And they don't normally do that. So when I go back next time, I think I'm going to be like, hey, like, I think you guys didn't charge me for something, like just a heads up.
But you're not going to have proof.
I know. I don't know what to do because I'm like, that's just an awkward conversation also to have at the butcher.
But back specifically to Amazon.
I would probably sell it because it's Amazon.
Okay. So here was my thinking. And then I'll tell you what Frankie ended up doing eventually. My thinking was in a normal situation, even if I was buying from like Best Buy, I think that I would have said something.
Oh, Best Buy's a whole nother story.
But it's an Amazon product being sold by Amazon. I don't think I would have said anything. I think I would have either kept it if I needed another TV, or I don't know if I would have donated it, or I would have just sold it on like, I don't know, OfferUp or something.
So Lee, this is what I was just about to say. Amazon has been refunding people and letting them keep the product. It's rare, but it's happened. It was on King 5 News a couple nights ago. Happened to me a few months ago. It was for something super cheap, but
I think when it's something small, they just figure the processing, between shipping it, processing it, putting it back, and then reposting it, like it's not worth.
It also depends if it's an item that they directly are selling or if it's a third-party company, I believe.
So this is an Amazon product, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
It's an Amazon Fire TV. I don't think I would have said anything. I think I just would have been like, hey, I got a new TV, courtesy of Amazon.
Yeah, because how are they going to prove that you got 2 if like in 3 weeks, like, excuse me, sir, we sent you 2 TVs.
I'm going to say, okay, if you want the TV back, pay your taxes. Simple exchange. You pay all of your taxes. I will give you this TV that you mistakenly sent to me.
Neon Climber said, I got refunded $100 and then the product came the next day. What was I supposed to do? I said nothing.
Nothing. Here's what Frankie did. Frankie told them and returned it or offered to return it. Now, here's his thinking, and you alluded to it earlier, Carla Marie. It was the first of the year. It was maybe like the first and the second. He was like, that's not the karma. That's not the juju that I want to kick off the year with. If this was June, maybe it'd be a different story. Maybe he'd be like, this year sucked already.
I'm keeping
karma
a TV.
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the TV. So, I don't know.
So did they take it back?
I think he reached out to them. I don't know if they've responded or told him what to do yet.
It's almost impossible to get in touch with Amazon customer service. Cora in Spokane said, my mom ended up with a free Apple Watch because the shipping was super delayed with no updated tracking info. When she emailed to ask about it, Target refunded her and told her to reorder when they were back in stock. The auto message told her to keep it or donate it if it came, and it came the next day.
Wow. But keep it or donate it, so they didn't want it back.
I feel like something similar happened to me with Target furniture. But we did build a whole outdoor patio set, realized it didn't fit in my backyard, and Target sent like a third-party pickup company to pick up the furniture and refunded me for all of it.
Yeah, because it was never going to go back in the box.
No.
Everything was ripped apart already. I also, and maybe I'm messed up for saying this and it's not totally equal, I don't feel bad for companies like Amazon or Target or Best Buy. Like they have loss kind of built into their business model,
absolutely.
Right?
When you get that big, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm not saying I want people to go steal, but if they make a mistake and we are the beneficiaries of it, I don't know.
I also had other furniture that I returned to Target, and they were like taking it to the back, and the guy, I don't know what the guy asked me, is there anything wrong with it? I was like, no, it just didn't fit, whatever it was. And he said something, we started talking about, I'm like, what do you guys even do with all of this? He's like, honestly, we keep it in the back. And at the end of the month, all of the employees are kind of allowed to not bid on it. I don't know if they had to pay, how it works. It might be a point system. This was during like 2020, so nothing makes sense in my brain anymore. But it was something along the lines of like, they are allowed to take the stuff that was returned.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I also know that Best Buy does like, they have things that they sell that open package or returned.
I buy open box all the time.
What if we all just said, okay, we're all going to take $10,000, whatever a low credit card limit is.
Yeah.
We're all going to go buy $10,000 worth of stuff at Best Buy, hold on to it for 3 days, and then return all of that.
Yep.
Everyone, like thousands of people do this. So now there's millions of merchandise that's going out of Best Buy and then being returned to Best Buy to then being sold cheaper.
Let's not do that.
Can we do that?
Let's not do that.
It'd be a good little heist.
BF 2022 said, where is the Amazon Prime free sub? It should be there, but if you're not up to subscribe for free, like today, or usually it's like the day after.
Mm-hmm. It has to be fully expired.
Yeah.
You can't do it even like 5 minutes before the subscription expires. So if you subscribed exactly a month ago, but at the end of the show, it won't be available for you until after the show, basically.
Okay.
Right? Is that what we're trying to say here?
Yes.
Let's see. That's why Best Buy used to charge restocking fees, but they don't do that anymore.
Does Apple? Apple might.
Apple might what?
Charge restocking fees.
Oh, you know what event I want to go to? And I think it's coming up in the next couple weeks. CES is coming back. It's going to be in Vegas.
Yeah.
2022. And CES, if
You
you're
have
not familiar,
to scan your microchip to get in, though.
Well, luckily I got 2 of them, right? I got both vaccine shots. So
I got 3 and the flu shot.
You got four microchips. But CES is one of those events that like
It's today.
It's today? I thought it was next week. Shoot. It was one of those events that I feel like I followed for so long as like a nerd that likes reading about tech stuff.
We've always said we want to go to CES.
Yeah. That's it. Well, actually, I could go. We're not doing anything until Monday.
Yeah, January 5th through Saturday.
So I could just go fly down today. What is a flight to Vegas?
No, stop.
What?
Flight to Vegas, you know how much it is to get into CES? Tickets are sold out.
No, I'll sneak in. I'll buy a ticket on Best Buy and then return it.
Well, what is like the cool new nerd thing they're showing off today? It looks like a lot of TVs. 8K? An 8K TV?
That's already a thing, though, isn't it?
No one needs to see us in 8K. Oh, the TV with the frame? That's cool. Looks like a artwork.
Oh, that is kind of...
That's what we need back here. Get this crap off the wall.
I think we're good. I saw someone actually post... who was it? Oh, our friend Morgan. What?
We need a color-changing BMW so we can get away from police.
For doing what? No, our friend Morgan posted, and who works for the Bobby Bones Show. It was like the 5 things that she added to her house after she bought it that she suggests everyone does. And one of them was like a backboard for your TV.
What?
So it's almost like a headboard for your TV, I should say. So you put it behind your TV, then you install your TV on top of it, and it makes it look a little more like artistic and fancy than just a screen in the middle.
We got lights.
We do have lights. Yeah, if you didn't notice, what's today's date? 6th?
Yes.
Okay. If you didn't notice, there are lights behind the TV as well. They're just not as bright as the other ones because they're behind a TV. So if I left today and I came back...
Anthony, no one cares about you booking a flight.
Why won't it let me?
We should have a fireplace behind us. Put on the U-Log. Yes, they're Govee lights. They're awesome. We have on the TV downstairs, and our outdoor light is a Govee light, right?
Yep, we have all Govee lights because they all work with the same app.
BF 2022, will you say for me hi? I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
I always get nervous when people like ask you to say something because I feel like you're just going to take whatever I said and make it sound like weird and sexual or something. I don't know. There's actually a lot of streamers who will ban languages that's like if whatever their native language is or whatever language they understand, they will ban anything outside of that. Not because they don't want those languages spoken, because exactly they can't police it, so they don't want people saying things against the chat rules. Where do you get the lights? Just search.
But don't you get points if people buy? Anyone can get points. It's a referral thing.
Yeah. So once you buy it, they give you like a 5% referral link of some sort.
Come on, let's outfit the whole house in lights.
So here's what we'll do. On Monday, we'll come back. I'll have all the information for you on all of our Govee lights. I actually really like it. I bought some stuff for Christmas for my my two little cousins. I got them like desk lamps from Govee.
It's like the new age lava lamp.
Basically, yeah, but you can set it to do all the different things, and it even has a lava setting.
Oh,
so you can
that's
make
cool.
it look like a lava lamp.
BF 2022 said Somaliland is my country. Oh.
Okay. Cool. Hi.
Are you there now?
Welcome to our Twitch chat.
That's crazy.
So the flight from here to Seattle, for the record, or here to Vegas, it's looking like a reasonable flight is going to be about $350 if I want to leave today.
All right, get out of here. We have to do a special.
Get out of here like I can go to Vegas?
No, you can go to Vegas. Go.
What are we doing? Special? You said something? I have headphones on, so I can't hear you.
Sorry, I also had a burp at the same time. I knew that was.
Oh, I think I know what we're doing.
Am I going to hear this? Or things are broken?
You'll hear it. Everyone should hear it, but you got to give me a second to make sure it's there.
We've had some major issues with our Roadcaster. Anthony has been tweeting at them and filling out their customer service form and tweeting at them nicely, like, we need help. We can't do what we need to do.
They're about to get a little more stern, not so nice message from me.
Yep. He told me. I said, they might be short-staffed. Be nice.
Yeah, I've given them some time. Here we go. I need to put that there. Oh, it's there already. Cool. You ready, Carla Marie?
So, we found out this morning that it is DJ Synth's birthday.
Happy birthday, DJ Sen.
Big fan of that guy. I heard he's getting a Love Sack couch because we got one.
Well, then, doubly happy birthday.
Love Sack Sactionals.
Do you get like credit for that? Does he say like, hey, I found this from,
Well,
from Carla Marie?
I get credit. Like, I'm sure they have a whiteboard at Love Sack headquarters that are like, Carla Marie.
One tally.
Yep.
One tally for Carla Marie. Some of the other questions that I got on Instagram, though, I know I alluded to it earlier. I want to get to some of these because some of them were pretty good for, I think, both of us to answer, Carla Marie.
Because you did
I did one of those Ask Me Anythings when I was on the treadmill. And I'm going to skip over the people that were asking about the sneakers that I was wearing and whether or not they could buy them.
It's ridiculous that
I get a lot. And it's because there's a YouTube video that still lives on our channel. You can go find it about me selling foot pictures or shoes or whatever.
It's just absurd, though, that, like, people don't want my foot pictures and my shoes. I have so many shoes I'm about to sell.
Yeah, but you need to be in the metaverse or the internet talking about it. Because I will get emails and direct messages on a weekly basis. And that video was posted 2 years ago.
I'm going to go comment on that video and be like, guys, it's me.
Of people emailing me saying, hey, I just happened upon your video. I'm a foot fetish dude. It's all guys.
You're welcome, because I probably did such a great job at writing the description and the hashtags in that YouTube video.
Maybe. Let's see. So this one, can I buy your smelly sneakers? Do your gym sneakers stink? I'll skip over all of these. Here's a good one. What is something you'd love to do if money wasn't an obstacle? Retire, but also get a like tricked out RV or Airstream and just travel the country. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And actually like stream from every place or just do it?
Yeah, stream from every place.
Let's see. Highlight from the last month. What is which is tough because December, there was a lot. There was 2 weddings. I got to see my cousin in LA. Obviously the holidays. There's a lot of lowlights as well.
I want to say it was Steve's wedding, Steve and Becca's wedding in Florida. That was like the end of good vibes for a bit. But honestly, Christmas Day and Christmas Eve with my family was so amazing. I think partially because you got to be there for Christmas Eve, so that was fun for me.
You're welcome.
But this was like the first year no one got into an argument on Christmas, and it was so amazing.
That's pretty good.
What about yours?
My highlight, I think actually Christmas Day at my mom's house, mainly because last year normally I have a very big family. And normally Christmas Eve is like a big thing where everyone shows up. Yeah. We didn't get to do any of that last year. So I think being able to bring that back finally and have that experience was probably the highlight. What else do we have here? This is good. And a couple of people actually asked me this. And I think we have slightly different answers. What are your thoughts on returning to radio? And this is, I'm saying at least 5 people asked me something along those lines.
Why is everyone trying to go back in time? Think about the future, not the past.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I am not trying to get back in radio. I'm not like actively trying at all. And I've said this over and over again. I've been very honest about this. If there is an opportunity that presented itself that made sense for me and checked off every box in my mind that I need, which is a lot, then I would do it. But I'm not like, damn, I miss radio, because this has been so fun. And every day it's like, we have a new idea and a new way to do things. And I think we're in such a unique spot that why would we take all of this, crumble it up, toss it, just to go back to the old school way, if you will, right? To take all of this, throw it away, and then go back to sitting in someone else's studio every day, working for someone else, being on one frequency in one area. That doesn't make sense to me. Do I think there's a way to do radio and this and at the same time? Yes, but most companies don't think outside the box.
That was a circle you just drew.
Yeah, that's outside the box. They think in the box.
Similarly to Carla Marie, my answer to questions that I got on Instagram, like, do you want to work in radio again, or when do you think you'll be back on, or things like that. I would love to be on radio stations again. If we found a radio partner or partners that had the appropriate vision for the future of audio.
Fair.
I think radio is still an incredible platform. It's incredibly powerful. We get to do what we do now, right now, today, because of radio.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm going to be forever indebted to radio and love the community that we've built from radio. But I don't want to go back to doing radio the same way that we were forced to do it.
I also like the thought of having to deal with the nonsense, like the BS.
Yeah.
And every job has it,
exactly.
Right? There are some jobs that don't have it as much.
Or it's different.
And there's a whole nother level of BS that you have to deal with when you have your own company. But when I think sometimes about like the crap we went through, and I literally brought it up to Anthony yesterday, one of the things.
Which I don't remember.
So quick, I'll do this very quick, and it's not going to sound as bad because I'm going to take out a lot of the junk, but we always take off 2 weeks for Christmas. We save 2 of our vacation weeks for Christmas, always have on radio. One year, we were about December 2019 into 2020. We were supposed to, we came back like January 2nd or whatever it was, like a Wednesday.
Let me backtrack for a second.
Yeah.
Because of the way the year worked, because we were launching a new show, we had extra vacation days that we weren't going to end up, they were going to just burn. And we didn't even want to use those vacation days. So one of the ideas that was proposed was, okay, well, the work year is supposed to start on January 3rd or whatever, which it would have been Thursday and Friday. So they said, just don't come back until that following Monday. We said that. Yeah. We were like, we'll use 2 vacation days from 2020, which would have been ideal because we didn't use them. And we'll use 2 vacation days from 2020, and we're going to just stay that extra week in New Jersey. I said, also, my mom's surprise retirement party is January 3rd. Yeah. And then I'll fly back, whatever. And our boss was like, no, a big boss within the company is supposed to be here that week. Multiple bosses are supposed to be here that week. I'm like, you mean to tell me these men are going to fly from their homes in New York City to Seattle on New Year's Day to be here for the 2nd and 3rd? Doesn't make any sense, but okay. I said, this is what I'll do. I think we flew back on New Year's Eve, had January 1st, did the show the 2nd, 3rd. I flew on the 3rd to New Jersey the day of my mom's retirement dinner, or for whatever it was, to New Jersey for her retirement dinner, and flew back. I was in New Jersey for less than 36 hours.
all because they told us we had to be back here.
And then those bosses never showed up either.
Never
So we
showed
did
up.
all of that for nothing. Another question as we move on from the nonsense that we had to deal with to the future. Where'd it go? Are you guys planning on a You Look Great challenge this year?
Who asked that?
That was Jen.
I know. I saw it.
That was Jen.
That's why I said it.
So I didn't even really read the name. The answer is yes. We didn't want to do one in the new year. Everyone sets their resolutions, and we had just done one.
No, we haven't.
Oh, we didn't do one last summer, but we felt like it would have been rushed.
Yes.
So we didn't do it.
We were obviously.
We're going to most likely do one leading into the summer, which a lot of people have seemed to enjoy, because a lot of it is people have fallen off of their resolutions a little bit. So it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
It's a good motivator for the summer, for travel, for whatnot. So we're going to most likely do one, and hopefully, fingers crossed, have a merch launch that goes along with that so that you can have some You Look Great gym gear as you kick off your You Look Great challenge.
Yes.
So we're working on all of those. We're going to really hammer out those details. Probably hammer out, hammer down, hammer in.
Circle back. I don't know.
Running up the flagpole.
Running up the flagpole.
We're going to hopefully have all of that ironed out. I know that's one. By the end of February, so we'll be able to talk about it a little more.
End of Q1.
What?
End of Q1.
End of Q1 is March, though.
I know, but.
Yeah, we'll keep it on the radar for now. What's another one of those like stupid?
I just heard someone say one the other day. They were making fun of it.
The hammer. There is a hammer phrase.
Hammer out all those details.
Yeah. All right. What else do we have here? There was something else I wanted to get to. Oh, that was the question I mentioned earlier. Would you ever turn your Twitch shows into a podcast? And what country are you most looking forward to traveling to that you haven't been to yet? And I feel like we talked about this late last year because my answer has never wavered. So I'm going to go, I'll go first.
Okay.
I don't know why. I've been fascinated with it since I was a kid. I want to go to Mongolia.
Oh, I didn't say Japan.
No. I want Japan's very high on the list. Mongolia, for whatever reason, I think it's because it's not talked about very often. And I feel like it's not a popular destination, but I want to go. I want to travel around Mongolia.
I want to go to Australia, but I'm scared it's not going to be everything I hope and dream it to be.
Weren't you scared of Australia because of walking sharks or
They have
something?
walking sharks there. Like, you're not safe on the land or in the water. And giant spiders. Also Bali.
What is in Mongolia? That's a great question, Jordy Matthew. I don't really know. I just want to go. I know it's a lot of mountains.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'm not
But
camping.
Japan is also, in terms of more developed nations, Japan is absolutely probably number 2 on the list that I'd like to go to.
Do you think there are people like in Mongolia who just answer that question? They're like, America.
Yes.
No way.
I think a lot of people do visit and would like to visit America. I want to make sure I don't miss any good ones.
Ooh, Maldives. That's a good one.
Oh, this person asked me, what are Carla Marie's top 3 qualities?
Oh, what are they?
That was written by the Carla Marie. I'm going to say her humility. Oh, and then this is a good one too. Last one.
Oh,
We're going to
Italy.
move on.
Duh.
Well, this is a quick one.
Okay.
Is there one cat that you're closest to in the house? Max. Max is my best friend. Max is the closest living thing to me in this house.
I was going to ask you to rank them.
Any plans to do travel podcast with Carla Marie again? Because we did the one in Cleveland. We did the
We road tripped across
road
the
trip.
country and
So any plans to do another travel podcast? Now, we're going to hash out. This is towards the end of the podcast.
I have to discuss my day. All
will.
you've done is just take over reindeer meat, your questions, and you want to go to CES, so we got to watch you book a trip. What's going on today? No,
Reindeer meat.
you're done. You can talk about something else later.
No. This is a good one. You're going to want to be a part of this, and then we'll talk about your day. Got to finish this reindeer now.
Again,
What?
it's always about Anthony.
All right.
You good?
No.
Okay. Can I go now?
I tried to swallow too fast.
Oh,
Hold on. I'm choking.
I love that this is happening right now. I don't love that you're joking.
Oh, man. I tried to swallow too big of a piece of reindeer.
Stop. That's so rude.
What? It's meat. There's tons of reindeer. They're not even endangered. There's so many of them. So, here's my idea. What I would like to do at some point this year,
Yeah.
And maybe Q1 we can't do it because it would be a tight window to get it done in. But maybe Q2, Q3, and Q4, we choose a city to go do a podcast in.
Okay.
A live podcast that will only be done in that city. Okay.
Wait, like, so we can't post it anywhere?
Maybe not. Maybe it's like a special event.
Okay.
The way that we choose the city is by email signups. We'll go through in the most amount of like.
It's going to be New Jersey.
No, Connecticut's huge. Florida's huge. Washington is huge.
It's going to be New Jersey.
I think we might have more people in Washington. But every month we do a different, or every quarter, I should say, we do a different city. So even if it is New Jersey as the number one, sign up for newsletters, maybe Florida is after that. Maybe California is after that. We have no idea.
We do have a lot of Des Moines though, Megs.
We do have a lot of Iowa, yeah.
We could throw a dart at a map, but then it's probably going to land where there's no one.
Exactly. And then we're just going to be doing a podcast with ourselves. Miami, Florida's huge. There's a lot of people that have signed up. And what this allows people to do is recruit people to help them get us to their city. Right? So if we get a bigger list in Florida, we end up in Florida.
Heather said, I feel like the roles are reversed today. CM is getting frustrated with Anthony today like he gets with her sometimes when she looks stuff up during the show.
I looked one thing up during the show.
A flight for yourself.
Yeah. It was important. I was putting a little bow on that topic.
Isn't that the old email? What do you mean old email?
Let's see.
But yeah, like, I don't, your method doesn't actually make sense because we can't actually take people's cities.
Oh, I have a different sign up.
Oh, no one wants to sign up for a 15 thing.
Huh? No, it's not a new thing that they're signing up for.
Just do a vote.
No, a vote's too easy. A vote's just like, oh yeah, I'm not even going to show up. I'll vote for it though because I'm in Florida.
Oh, you on the bottom of the screen, you have Carla Marie and Anthony at Gmail.
Oh, I do? I got to change that. That's been up there since.
Maybe if you weren't booking trips in the middle of the show, you would notice.
You think I would be updating that in the middle of the show? I can take it out though. So you can start talking, Carla Marie, about whatever you want to talk about. Since you had such a big thing you wanted to talk about.
Megs, how do you update your mailing address? Email us hello@carlamarieandanthony.com. Mm-hmm. We can do that.
I'm going to remove the email thing right now.
Okay. Where should I start?
Wherever you want. In the beginning, preferably.
Okay, we'll get to how I almost died. This is where it starts. So, yesterday I donated blood with Bloodworks Northwest. I highly suggest wherever you are, you sign up to donate blood. I already made my appointment for March so that they don't have to call me every day to remind me to go. It was like, let's get it on the calendar because blood banks are like legit dangerously low. Someone in New York who's a nurse had DM'd me and was like, we are so low on blood that if we get one more trauma, we're done. We're wiped out. We have literally no blood in this hospital. And I was like, oh my God, I need to make my appointment here. So I go yesterday and I had the best time ever. Doug, the man who was like setting me up and got the needle in and all that, he commented on my "You Look Great" sweatshirt.
Oh,
and I had a "You Look Great" hoodie on, and he was like, I really appreciate that your hoodie is telling me that I look great, but not to sound like a creepy old man, but you look way better than I do. And I was like, thank you. But that's the whole point of the hoodie. Yeah. I was like, it's actually my company. And he was like, it is? And I was like, and then I had like,
it's so weird. I don't know why.
He's like, well, what is your company? I was like, it's the Carla Marie and Anthony show. I was like, we need a better company name. Because even saying EMH Media is like not as cool.
Yeah.
So I started telling him, like, we used to be on the radio. We do a show on Twitch. We started selling merch. I told him how we used to say you look great. And he's like, oh my God. And he started telling me about how he used to listen to National Lampoon's something. It was a radio show.
Okay. Was it on like Sirius or something?
Years and years ago. Okay. And he said they used to do a bit called something about like it was a call-in photo contest. And you would call in and describe your photo. And that's how they would pick.
That's funny.
Like your photo could be anything. It could be you on vacation, whatever. And I was like, that's hilarious. And I kind of want to try it where people have to call in and describe a photo.
Well, we tried, I don't know if we tried it maybe once super early in the morning. One of the ideas I had was on the phone charades.
Yes.
So the idea, you'd have to have more than two people in the studio. But the idea is you have one person who has to act out the charade card.
So I'm acting it out.
and then I would have to describe what Carla Marie is doing to the person on the phone, and they would have to guess the card that Carla Marie is acting out.
I mean, we could try it with me off camera one day.
We could do that, yeah.
So Doug, he's great. We start talking about radio, and he's asking me all these questions, and he was like, I think he said, well, what is it like? Are you guys successful? Like, what's it like having your own business? I was like, hey, I mean, yeah. I was like, listen, if I cannot go back to corporate America, I will be so happy. And he was like, I totally get it. He's like, me too. He starts telling me how he worked in corporate America for years, and he got to a point where he's like, I want to actually do something meaningful.
Yeah. And now he's the one draining life out of people.
Correct. He's like, I wanted to do something meaningful. So then I start asking him, like, well, were you in medicine? Like, what did you do? He's like, no, I actually was a buyer for REI. He's like, which, don't get me wrong, I loved working for REI, but at the end of the day, the bottom line was money. And that's all that mattered. He's like, so after I retired, I was like, what can I do to be a better person and to help the planet and Earth and whatever? So then he decided he's like, I had been a lifelong donor. I decided to go work for Bloodworks. And he was just an amazing, amazing person. Like, all around great experience. Loved being there, talking to him, just meeting him was like super cool. Donate blood, get my little orange juice, my cookie, come home, eat my dinner. That was at 7, 8 o'clock at that point. I go to bed at like 9. I wake up at 1 a.m. because the cats wouldn't leave me alone. I was like, let me go give them some food. I go downstairs, I come back upstairs, and I'm like, I'm going to throw up. I'm like, I don't feel good. So I go to walk into the bathroom, and then I black out. I can't see anything. Like, lights are on. I see, like, you have a hair got to be wax or something on the counter.
Oh, yeah.
That was literally the only thing I could see. And I was like, oh, no, this is not good. So I sit on the floor because I'm scared I'm going to pass out.
You don't want to pass out of the bathroom because then you whack your head on the toilet.
And I was like trying to drink water. I'm sitting there. I'm like, and I'm calling you because you were sleeping in here on the couch. And I'm like, Tones. I'm
Maybe if you used my real name, I would have answered.
I was so scared that I was going to pass out and be dead on the floor. So I get up and I was like, I have to go wake him up. I look at myself in the mirror. My skin was yellow, like legit yellow. I walk in here, wake up. I'm like, hi, I need you. And you're like, what? I'm like, and I'm sitting on the floor and I tell him, I'm like, please go downstairs and just get me one of the green Recover gummies from Seattle Gummy Company.
Which we are out of, for the record. So we need to reorder those.
They help you if your blood sugar drops, whatever it may be. And he comes back upstairs. He's like, we only have these. And it was the red energy ones. I'm like, it's 1:30 in the morning. I can't take that.
It's not that much. There's only like 25 milligrams of caffeine in those, though.
I was like, I need sugar. And then
Which is sugar, for the record.
And you had
I had my gummy bears.
That he takes post-workout sometimes. So I popped some gummy bears, drank some water, and I felt a little better. I barely slept.
Nick Wax said to look up ocular migraine. He said, I almost got in a horrible car wreck when I had my first ocular migraine.
But was it after, so here's my question. This happened 7 hours after I donated blood. I have never had even like a woozy after donating blood, ever. 7 hours after donating. But I woke up.
Maybe it's not related at all.
I know. When I woke up and I called my mom, and she's like, you need to talk to your doctor today. Check your blood sugar. Because my mom has really bad diabetes. I checked my blood sugar this morning. It was fine. I don't really have a problem with it, but apparently it could be related to ovarian cysts having low or high blood sugar. So I got one little checker so I can check it randomly.
Okay.
And then my older sister was like, dude, you definitely weren't supposed to donate blood that close to having COVID. Your body is still regenerating.
Did you tell them?
Yeah. And they said it was fine. Okay. But she's like, your body is just you don't realize it. It's still getting back to normal. So I don't know. WTF.
I have actually, and maybe the body's still getting back to normal, still recovering is legit because, and yes, I took some time off from the gym, obviously, especially when I was, still in my quarantine and then a couple days after that. But I have been so unbelievably sore after going to the gym this last week. And maybe that's still part of it. Maybe my body's like, you don't have enough energy to recover your muscles. I'm still trying to keep you alive. Also,
and for the record, I'm not scared to donate blood. I will donate. I may make Anthony come with me to pick me up next time, just in case. But and maybe it was because I went so late, which I have before, and I didn't I ate dinner, but then 4 more hours passed. Mm-hmm. 5 more hours passed since I ate dinner. Food or anything? So maybe it was that. I don't know.
Or it could not be related at all.
I did. I had snacks and orange juice after donating. They told me I was clearly hydrated because it was flowing out full speed. Maybe that was the problem.
I do like anytime I've had to get blood drawn, they're always like, oh my God, you're really hydrated. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's
I
the
think
only
they
thing
just
I'm good
pump
at.
us up so we come back.
Maybe. But again, we don't know if that was specifically related to donating blood, or maybe you had like an ocular migraine. Maybe you should look that up later. But I do, before we go.
Why do I get to look?
You can look it up now as I'm telling this story. So I just was reminded of this as I mentioned going to the gym again. The program that I'm doing right now, yes, at LA Fitness in Ballard. Mm-hmm. The program that I'm doing right now, every day is basically different for 4 weeks. Different in terms of the exercises you're doing, different in terms of the amount of the exercise, the amount of reps you're doing. And yesterday, bless you.
Thank you.
Was a very long workout, and it was 30 to 35 reps of every single exercise. So imagine doing 35 bicep curls, and then you have to, not only do you do 35 bicep curls, everything is a superset, so you're doing it back to back with another exercise.
Sounds miserable.
Of the same muscle group. Now, the reason I say that, I give you all that detail, is to get to the reason that I was doing very lightweight in the gym yesterday. So like for bicep curls, I'm doing 15 pounds of like regular bicep curls at 35 reps. And then I have to immediately drop those and do a different version of bicep curls. So I'm doing 60 to 70 in a row of the same muscle, which makes you do a lighter weight. I was feeling good. I was actually feeling like sore.
Great.
I was sweaty. Unfortunately, in the middle of me doing lateral raises with 5 pounds, okay, 5 pounds in each hand, the largest man in the gym decides to sit down right next to me and grab 125-pound dumbbells, 2 of them.
That exists.
And start pressing them over his head.
And you're with your,
and I had
you're basically
5
doing
pounds.
a bar class.
Yeah, I had 5 pounds. And I'm just doing this like I'm trying to be a seagull. And he's just rocking.
Did he look at you?
250 pounds over his head.
Did he look at you?
Oh yeah, he did. And I've briefly spoken to this man in the past, like, hey, are you using this or whatever? Like I recognize him. He recognizes me. We see each other at the same exact time almost every day. And at first I was like, Anthony, don't say anything stupid. Don't say anything stupid. Just, he doesn't care how much weight you're doing. You shouldn't care how much weight he's doing. Shut up.
You definitely said something.
I definitely said something. So at one point I put my weight down. I'm done with my superset. I'm waiting to do my next one, which is like a 30 to 60 second rest. And I was like, I'll tell you what, man, I was feeling pretty good doing my 30 to 35 reps until you showed up. And he like, I don't know if he heard me properly or he had headphones in. He was just like, yeah, cool. And just walked away.
That's why I don't talk to anyone at the gym. I decided.
Oh, I actually pointed him out when you were at the gym with me the other day. I pointed out the guy, the very large man.
Yes.
His arms are like the size of my torso.
He is massive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the guy. And I'm sitting there doing the Moira Rose in The Crow is basically what I was doing.
Wendy in Virginia did my first, she said I did my first plank yesterday for 45 seconds since surgery.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. 45 seconds is pretty legit.
So I also go to LA Fitness in Ballard now.
Part of the club.
I am part of the club. And let me tell you about the characters there.
There are a lot. See, now you understand why I come back and talk about the gym so often.
I can't even what I saw. So I'm doing my little Apple Fitness workout. I'm almost done. And this guy, I don't know how old anyone is because they have masks on. I'd say he's our age. Comes walking down the steps by where I am, takes this giant bag he's got, right, on his shoulder and props it on the window. And I'm like, is that man carrying like rock salt or soil? I'm like looking, I'm like trying to look. And then I lock eyes. He has a restaurant size bag of Bob's Red Mill steel cut oats.
I can't. There's
Now,
no reason.
anyone who has to buy Bob's ever of anything at the store knows that stuff is expensive when it's this big. Mm-hmm. He was not working out like with this bag. He was just carrying it like it was an emotional support oat around the gym.
Could have been. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable away from his oats.
I took a picture of it. I'm gonna have to pull it up on.
That is wild. I did not see it.
I was trying to tell you.
Yeah, I didn't see it, unfortunately.
It's like, Anthony, it's next to you.
Emote oat. That's actually pretty good, Felipe.
No, I can't.
Did you take the picture?
You know, I did, and I sent it in. Oh, there it is. No one will be able to see that.
No, they can see it. I mean,
that's it on a windowsill.
It's very backlit because it's on a window. And yesterday we had sun for a little bit here in Seattle. Scotty, enjoy your meeting. See you later. Good luck. Make sure you run up the flagpole and circle back after the meeting.
Okay, I saw some people saying I might have a thyroid issue, and that's giving me concern. So what does that mean?
I mean, it was one day of not feeling good. You're good.
But my skin was yellow. I almost passed out. I couldn't see. I almost threw up.
So go get a checkup. I wouldn't worry about anything until someone tells you, like a medical professional tells you should be worrying about
I
it.
got to call Dr. A today.
Because I feel like you have some hypochondriac tendencies.
No, I don't have hypochondriac tendencies. I just don't want to die.
No, but
unlike you.
I don't want to die right now. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Ask strangers on the internet what's wrong with you.
I told my symptoms. They said that happened to me and I had a thyroid issue. Like the girl who here at the Seattle Kraken game saved a Canucks equipment manager because he had a cancerous mole on his neck. And she said, "Sir, you have a cancerous mole on your neck." And he did, and she saved him.
Yeah. Or like when we were in the studio with Alabama.
And someone called in and was like, "She's having a stroke."
Yeah. But we were actually asking what to do in that situation.
Yeah.
Which turned out, and it was so funny because I remember that day very vividly. And Alabama went to our office where we had a couch, told her to lay down because we were going to be off the air live for like 20 minutes. We didn't have anything to do. What?
I had a stroke.
I don't think so.
Because now that I'm thinking about everything that happened to her.
No, because I was looking at you. You were fine. You were able to put food in your mouth. You didn't have a weird face. Nothing was drooping.
Okay.
But going back to the Alabama story, when she was laying down in the office, we talked about because we started seeing her condition deteriorate. So we talked about it. And when do you force a friend to go to the hospital or go get checked out and go get professional help? So we explained what was going on. Someone called in, said, get her to the hospital right away. She's probably having a stroke. We did so. We were originally going to send her in a car with another coworker to go there. And instead we called the ambulance, which is a very uniquely American experience, because the reason we weren't going to call an ambulance at first is because we didn't know if she had reached her deductible for her insurance yet. And she was like, I don't want to pay for an ambulance, but we did it and it worked out. But I remember we were talking about that situation because it was happening live during the show. This was all stuff we were experiencing together. And we had a couple people either call in or text us and be like, "You guys are disgusting. I can't believe you're talking about someone's medical issues, blah, blah, blah." And everyone likes to throw the HIPAA violation thing around, which I don't think a lot of people understand what a HIPAA violation actually is. But so many people were angry at us for talking about it when in fact it most likely saved her life.
Yep.
Or at least saved
the woman
quality of the rest of her life.
We had the woman call in and talk to her when she got back in studio like weeks later. It was the thing.
Yeah, there was it was a day. Yeah, it was a very good day. And not a very good day, a very big day. The very good news now, let me take that back. I jumbled all my words together. Is she is fantastic. Yeah. She's doing her own show in Alabama at home, which is awesome for her.
Well, not in her home.
No, she's doing I'm sure she's had to do it at some point at home, but the Alabama show in Alabama, Birmingham, which you can listen to on the Q, wherever you can find live radio stations. What else do we have?
Yeah, I'm definitely talking to Dr. A today.
Crazy story. Was she slurring her words or something? So she originally just told us she had a really bad headache.
And couldn't see.
Mm-hmm. She was seeing not double or seeing stars. Had her walk to the office, lay down. That's when it started to deteriorate. Carla Marie went to go check on her.
Started slurring.
She kind of walked into a wall at one point, and then it was slurring.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Karina from New York, no one understands HIPAA. And yes, so many people don't seek medical care in America because of the costs, even those that pay for insurance.
Yep.
That is the craziest thing. Yeah. And the show is, for the most part, over. We're going to wrap up in a couple minutes here. But the craziest thing to me when people argue against a Medicare for all type option, it's like, oh, well, we're going to have to pay taxes. It's not fully free. It's like, yeah, but right now, most likely, in most corporate settings, you're still paying for your insurance. It's a lower rate because your company has a group discount. That would be the same exact way that it would work if it was a Medicare for all type situation, because the government would be able to buy certain things at certain rates and your taxes would pay for it. So you're still paying,
right,
just like you are today, for your taxes.
Seattle Cocktail Club said, people when having a stroke cannot make decisions properly for what they should do, so it takes other people stepping in. So true.
Yeah, we were nervous. Mainly, it was the financial part of it. Like, we knew that Alabama needed some sort of attention that we couldn't provide.
Driver or ambulance.
But we didn't want to saddle her with that debt if she was going to be in debt for it or whatever it happened to be. And she was actually fighting us a little bit because of the financial side of it.
Then she just didn't anymore.
And then we just called it and said, you're not making this decision, which worked out. I remember we had one of our radio executives who's no longer there. Was like, oh, she's fine. You guys are overreacting.
She's just dehydrated.
Give her a glass of water. She'll be fine, is what he said. Meanwhile, when she actually got to the stroke unit,
they were like, the moment you got here basically saved your life and your brain's going to be fine. But if you would have waited any longer.
Yeah. And again, it's the willingness to talk openly, and not on our end, but more importantly, the willingness to contribute on the listeners' ends. Because there was a lot of people that were texting, like, get to the hospital right away. The one woman called us, went through the symptoms check for a stroke, and we said yes to like everything. She's like, all right, send her right now. So the willingness for people to contribute their knowledge was really the game changer there. Oh, people with strokes shouldn't drink. They can't swallow properly. I did not know that.
Shouldn't drink ever. Shouldn't drink while having it.
Having the stroke, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, it costs like $20,000 to have a baby with insurance.
How much do people actually pay out of pocket for a baby?
My friend has insurance. I don't remember where she messaged me.
And I'm sure it varies on the place. It varies on the type of insurance you have. I'm sure there are a lot of variables. But what is like the average if you haven't, especially if you haven't hit your deductible?
No, we're not heroes.
Who said? Oh no, we're not. We're not heroes at all. We just happen to talk about a lot of things.
Don't they charge you for skin to skin after you have your baby? Stop it. It's my baby. I can put it wherever I want. Okay.
No, what they do charge you for is taking that awkward ass photo of people with their babies do the skin to skin.
So my friend, I had posted something about in May of last year. And the post was, hi, I'm in Australia and saw a specialist this morning, gave them my Medicare card, and by 9 p.m. the rebate showed up in my bank account. Ooh, socialized medicine is terrifying. I have no freedom. Please help me.
Well, no, so here's what some people are saying in the chat.
Hold on. Let me finish this thought. So I posted that and she responded, this makes me laugh and cry simultaneously. Meanwhile, I'm still paying off bills for having a baby 7 months later. Our system is so effed. It's crazy. Everything went textbook for me and delivery alone was $20,000. I can't imagine what it is if you have a C-section or any complications. Insurance covered $15,000, but I have a $3,000 deductible too.
Okay, so she paid about $8,000 then for hers, or something like that. Well, no, the deductible goes towards what you pay, so she still paid $5,000 if that's the case. So we have Taylor said she paid $1.5K. Kelsey said she paid $2,000. Let's see, I had a C-section and I paid $1,400 for each child, says Martha. I'm assuming that I can read out your names because they're in the chat. So
HIPAA.
Right.
Go to jail.
It's there for everyone to see. This is Andre said he had a $150 copay. That's all.
Hold on.
That's pretty maybe. And I also saw that Fred said his baby was free. So maybe the USPS just has an amazing healthcare package.
Possibly. Really, free delivery. Get it? Wendy said my 1 day hospital charge for a day of surgery was $57,000. Hold on. I'm going to call my mom right now because hers was insane.
I feel like your mom's going to tell us a price with a lot of F words in front of it.
Hold on. $750 for natural delivery. Did she get the drugs?
And as Carla Marie's on the phone, did you pick up?
Hold on. No, we're still live. I'm putting on speakerphone. We're on the show.
Yeah, don't say anything weird.
Mom.
Yes?
How much was your hospital bill after your heart surgery?
It was way over $100,000.
And
it was $99,999.99 my leg.
Oh, for your leg when they had to go in and do like the little bypass in your leg, completely separate.
Completely separate.
So that was 1 cent under $100,000.
What was that, Anthony?
So that was 1 cent under $100,000 for your leg surgery.
Why didn't he just make it 100,000 and then a penny?
I'm sure there's some legal reason.
So you figure 3 of those, so we're up to 300,000, and the heart. Forget about the heart. The heart had to be about the same price, 300,000.
That's crazy.
If you have medical, you can die because they ain't going to help you.
Okay.
So you're a very expensive woman.
Yes, I am. Mhm. I'm like the $6 million woman, but the bionic woman.
We're going to try not to get you to $6 million. Thank you, though.
Thank you very much. I would appreciate that.
Okay. Everyone in the chat said I might have a thyroid issue.
Really? Oh. Was your thyroid ever checked out within the blood work?
Yes.
And it was okay?
Yes.
No, I don't think it's thyroid. No offense, guys, but I don't think so.
All right. Thanks. It's been fun.
Okay, I love you all. Be good. Stay safe.
Love you. Bye. Oh, shoot.
What?
She started to say you look great.
Oh, so this
I'm gonna text her back.
is a comment that I love because it's one of the other reasons outside of making sure everyone gets the proper medical care that I do love the idea of figuring out a way to get everyone their care that doesn't get connected to their employment. And it is Jay Wiggs, right? Jay Wiggs 824 in the Twitch chat. I stayed in a job I hated because the insurance was awesome for delivering a baby. $75 total from the moment I became pregnant until I came home from delivery, which first off, that's great that you only had to pay that. The depressing part is that you had to stay in a job and live day to day doing something you didn't like and
While
hated
while pregnant
specifically for the insurance. Imagine how much happier everyone would be if we didn't keep jobs specifically to pay for children's health care or pregnancies or whatever. Because we had tons of friends when we worked in radio who said, I don't want to be here, but my wife is pregnant or I just had a baby and I can't afford to leave this job because I can't have my child suffer or not get the care they need or my wife not get the care she needs because I'm not in this job. And that's where I would like to see things change a lot.
An at-home water birth with a midwife was $1,000. Sign me up. But I don't think I can.
Do you need a pool or do they get like a kiddie pool?
Do it in a bathtub, but I'm too old probably to do that. People try to deliver babies before the new year to meet their deductible. I have a friend whose baby, if they were born in the new year, their company was starting a new FMLA program and they would be covered under like actual maternity leave. Mm-hmm. But if the baby was born in December, which it was, she didn't get maternity leave.
But what executive is like, oh no, we're not gonna honor this because you had the baby 4 days before this plan kicked in? Like that's the crazy part is some executive has to say, nope, you can't take that paid time off because you had your baby in December, not January 1st. Also,
you know what's odd? Last night before my near-death experience.
It was not near death.
I was like, I don't have... Oh, because we got our Costco welcome bag. Mm-hmm. And in there, like, you can buy life insurance through them. And I was like, I don't have life insurance anymore because I did through our previous job. Yeah. You do, right?
So what happens now with all that money I gave them?
Who?
Like the insurance companies. That's kind of ridiculous, right? Like I was paying into a life insurance policy.
But you're not paying into it anymore.
But I was.
All right, I'm going to have to look into this.
So if I die, does someone get, because I think I originally when I signed up had like my parents as my beneficiaries. If I die, does that company take the money I gave them 2 years ago and send it to my parents?
I'm going to actually, so my sister works in insurance. And I said to my family, how do I do, like, what do I do? Mm-hmm. And my younger sister, Ashley Marie, works for my brother's company and they use my other sister.
Okay.
And she's like, talk to Denise. She will help you. So I texted her and she's like, I'll get you prices by Friday.
Cool.
But now I just realized, I don't know. How does it work?
What do you mean, how does it work?
Do we still have?
Oh, from the job from iHeart? Probably not. They probably just kept all the money.
Legit, this is where my head went. I think if I died and you helped my family sell the house, they'd be able to cover all of my student loans.
Okay.
Right? Plus my 401k. You guys will be great.
Are they on the hook for your student loans?
No one is. I'm the only one on there.
So then you just die.
Well, no. Because they will try to find... It depends on the student loan company. They can royally fuck you because if my house is sold
Yeah.
and they know that, they can take the money.
So then just don't sell the house.
You can live here forever?
I'll rent it.
Okay. And yeah, they'll file a lien on the property. Elaine's right. Like there were these parents whose son died super young and they literally had to foreclose on their home because they couldn't pay. It was like this crazy fucked up story. This is my biggest fear is that I die and my family's strapped with bills. But selling the home.
Your family won't be. If they can put on a lien on this property,
we're good.
They'll get their money.
Then I was like, oh my God, the cats need to be taken care of. I need a life insurance policy so someone can take care of my cats and give them the life that I currently give them.
This for the mailman said Ashley Marie almost certainly
Stop.
cashed in her life insurance when she slipped down the icy steps yesterday.
Okay, next
Who
week
posted that? Did you?
She must have.
Okay.
I have the video. I will post it, but next week we should get this up on the stream. Apparently, everyone's steps in New Jersey yesterday were icy. Like when I tell you 10 people that I follow posted Ring photos from their Ring camera of them falling down their steps because it was icy and you couldn't see that it was icy. And my high school teacher fell. She fell. My nieces were sending me their friends falling. My sister fell. You don't actually see her fall, but you hear it.
I remember Scotty B.
See?
What?
Everyone. It was so terrible yesterday.
So Scotty B was like the first person I knew personally that had some sort of like outdoor camera at his home.
Yeah.
And years ago, he took a tumble down the stairs.
I'll
going
have
to
him
get
randomly send it to me.
Going to get the paper or something. And it was still one of the funniest videos because I think it was so unique at the time because not everyone had a Ring camera, a Nest camera or whatever.
I have to pee so bad, so I can't laugh. But she was literally going, ow, 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 ow.
She was like the woman in the crushing grapes video. Do you remember that video? There's like the old ladies crushing grapes and one of them falls out of it.
Yes.
You just hear her go, oh.
Okay, I'm going to find that and send it to my family. They're going to die.
Thank you for hanging out with us today.
Okay.
We will have a My Day Friday up for you tomorrow. We'll be back here on Monday, and we might, fingers crossed, have another new studio edition on Monday.
Do I know this one?
Yeah, you ordered it. But you will see it. Carla Marie will see it when it gets delivered. You'll see it, hopefully, on Monday. Thank you so much for making our first week back incredible. Thank you for supporting us with the hype train 3 days in a row and dealing with the issues that we had on Monday, the internet issues. We should have new internet pretty soon, maybe even by next week.
Oh yeah, we did. We were getting new internet.
So thank you very much, Carla Marie. Any last words?
I got to pee. No, you look great.
You look great.